Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos every Tuesday. I also give an extra monthly video or Zoom call to my patrons. If you're interested in finding out about supporting me over there, the link is down in the description. You guys, I'm never going to get used to saying that and seeing myself on the screen because I never see myself. I'm sitting at my filming board looking at my hands in a planner. This is the first time we've ever done a Zoom call and put it up here on YouTube. So this is going to be very different. This is my sister, Molly, and she is joining me to talk about our Q3 and Q4 planning. And then she's also going to share her 2022 plans because she's not going to do a separate 2022 stack video. I think next year she'll just try to check in with us like about in June. We'll do some type of video with her. And then maybe the end of the year again, if she's up for it. We never know what life will throw at us. So, right?
Right.
So we're going to talk about, okay, what have you been planning in? Because so for those new here, we usually do a Q3 and Q4 planning update video, each of us separately. And I have those in separate playlists. Just look under my planning updates playlist, and then they're divided by year and they're divided by me and Molly. But we missed Q3 and Q4 planning updates because my channel was crazy and life was crazy with Pierce leaving. So we're going to do it now. Okay, Molly. So what have you been planning in like Q3 and Q4?
Q3 and Q4 has been planner perfect, but I've used it in different ways in Q3 and Q4. And then here's my complete.
So she has Marigold. Planner perfect. That's Marigold.
Very pretty. So starting off Q3, I was in this Planner Perfect notebook, and I just buy I buy the blank. I don't do the subscription boxes. It's just totally blank inside, so you can make it whatever you want it.
And so your own covers then.
Pick your own covers. So I would do like an hourly schedule on the left side. And then I would typically do like my, what does Jenny call it? Scripting. Oh my gosh, my mind went blank. I would script on the right side. And I did that for most of Q3. I did right here. I got rid of the hourly planning and just went straight to scripting and like a little to-do list. I'm very all over the place when I plan. I don't even know the longest time I've been in like one type of planner. I don't even think I've made it like a full year.
Before I started my channel though, do you think you stayed in a planner for a year?
Probably.
You were actually more into the nicer planners before I got into them. Like I didn't even know about them.
I remember my first ERIN CONDREN was because so I used to blog a long time ago, long time ago. And I would work with companies. And I remember one of those companies sent me a gift card to this stationery shop. And I was like, well, I don't know what I'm going to get. And that's where I found an ERIN CONDREN planner. And I remember
that.
And it was quite expensive. You probably thought I was crazy, but I didn't really, it was a gift card. So I was like, well, I can try it out. But you would have never.
No, do you remember? I was at your house and it was sitting there where your planner is.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me see this planner. And remember how I felt the paper? And I remember saying, this planner costs what? And that was before she got the good 80-pound paper. That was before she switched paper. And I was like, the paper, it just didn't feel like a planner that would cost that much.
Yeah.
But that was my first introduction to ERIN CONDREN. You also introduced me to Simplified.
Oh, yes, I did.
Daily, which I used. So at that time, I had only just tried plum paper online. That was
right. And I tried plum paper because of you. So before you started doing your YouTube channel, those are the three planners and then Mary Inglebright way back.
Well, yeah, we both love Mary Inglebright planners. Yeah.
So those probably back then I was in a planner for more, a longer period of time, but and then probably somewhere around the holidays, I went straight to just like to-do lists and I would put the dates at the top for whatever days it was. I just feel like around the holidays, I have so much going on in my head that I need to see it.
Mhm.
And like write it out.
I need to do that every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not kidding.
You have your designated
This
spiral.
is my everyday head.
Yeah.
Okay, every single day. Somebody help me. I keep saying when my life slows down.
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know when.
So that's been pretty much my Q3, Q4. My pens have stayed.
No, wait, I have a question. Have you been journaling in Planner Perfect then at all, or just only?
I do have a journal. It's sporadic, but that's where I journal. But I also have started journaling on my iPad in notes, because when I really have a lot in my head and I just need to get it down somewhere, I can type so much faster.
Okay.
But I like the
feel.
I do like handwritten journals. Like, I think, my posterity, when they come across my journals, I don't know, I just handwritten stuff over something typed. But I am gonna.
But let's be real honest. Are they gonna read our journals?
I hope not. They're gonna think I'm a crazy person.
Well, no, I just don't think boys are not as interested.
No, not my boys, but maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, my journals are not for the faint of heart.
That's why I do one separate spiritual journal, which will probably take me a lifetime to fill up. It's just in a Leuchtturm because I don't write in it that much. But like, if my posterity ever reads anything, then I hope it will be like that one. Because those are like the most important things that like I learned and felt in my life. And the rest, I mean, they're not going to have the patience for that.
Yeah.
Because I know I started reading one of Steve's mom's journals. She's passed on, for those that don't know. And she kept a ton of journals for a ton of years.
Now, were her journals just telling about the day, the life?
No, they were that. And they were also just telling about like, things are hard because of this, or like this.
So like her personal thoughts.
Yeah, like personal thoughts and personal things she's going through, but not like super like personal.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, she left all her journals to be read. Like she wanted them to be able to be read.
Okay.
But I mean, I can't say that I want to go through and read like all 20 volumes, even myself, like right now in my life, because I'm just too busy. And also because she stuck all these inserts in them. And Steve's dad is like, make sure those stay in the same pages. So it's kind of like, I can't just carry it around the house and like read it in bed, read it at the dinner table while I'm eating breakfast.
You should think about like specific dates and then just look up like maybe when you first met.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but I'd have to go to their house and get like that specific journal.
Yeah. Or like when Pierce was born.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Yeah.
Just a thought.
That's a good idea. That's why I think people who don't you keep a journal for each one of your boys?
I haven't written it in a long time.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I did that for Pierce for a short time till he was about 3. I think that's it.
Yeah. Mine are sporadic dates.
But that's why I think those are really cool, because now that I look back and think, like, kids aren't going to want to read like all your journals and all your junk. They really are just never going to have the patience for that, But if you made just one journal for them, or if, like I just said, I have this one spiritual journal, if I die, you might want to read this.
Right.
If you want to, but this is the one you want to read. Throw the rest away, because I'm not very sentimental with things. Like,
I'm not very sentimental.
No, you're even less than me, I think. No, I mean, you're good at getting rid of things, and I've become better and better. You're a good example.
Oh, okay. That's good.
With that. No, because I've realized like those things don't matter when we go, like nothing comes with us, and those things just really don't matter. It's just only like the relationships and the time you spend with people, So
like pictures, video, and those are, to me, those are the most important. Now, I do have keepsake stuff from when the boys were little, and
yes.
But most of the things I'm not attached to, so they're easy to let go of, or if they get lost, or if they get broken, or yeah.
Also, I think you traveling in the RV, like,
Traveling, so even I think it started when I lost my wedding ring.
and I was there that day.
Yeah. It was just after 5 years of marriage because I had gotten another band. So I had my wedding band, my engagement ring, and then I had another band, and they were all soldered
She had
together.
a really nice ring set.
Really pretty.
Really nice.
And yeah, I remember losing it. And I was like, well,
At Sandy Lake
once
Park.
once I got over it, I was like, okay, well, it's just a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then living in the RV when you can't have that many possessions, for sure.
And don't you feel like when children have ruined like just about everything over
Yeah,
the
you can't
years?
have nice things with kids.
No,
Even when they're older.
no, things get ruined. I mean, Pierce set a sweet potato on our table and scarred it like a hot sweet potato when he was like,
It was so hot.
it was so hot. I mean, even older kids, they ruin things.
Yeah. And we have a dog, so the dog actually doesn't ruin things, surprisingly.
Well, maybe a dog is safer than kids.
Well, this dog, I wouldn't
Okay.
say all dogs probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm still not going the dog route. Okay, so now we veered way off.
Yeah.
Maybe people just want us to like hear us talk to each other.
Which is typical for our conversations.
Yes, but we're trying to stay on track today. But normally we don't care where we veer. But
yeah, so my planning Q3, Q4, very simple and planner perfect, different styles, but really easy. And this and zebra Sarasa pins are still 100% my favorite.
really, what point?
0.5.
You know, I have 2 of those now and I use them off and on in different things. I mean, I like them. They have become my favorite pin, but now you're making me think I need to pull them out and like use them more because
I don't know why I just always go back to them. I mean, I have other ones that I like, but that if you were to ask me my favorite, 0.5.
you know what, randomly, I just thought of something when you said you type up your journal. But then I thought of Steve's mom in the later years. She kept a blog religiously for the family. Like
Just like a journal.
And it was like her journal. Like she shared spiritual thoughts on it, deep things, but also just what was happening in the family, you know? And I have actually gone back and read her blog, her entirety for years, you know, from one post to the other, like 3 times since she's passed.
Okay.
So I think that actually keeping things online, like my family Instagram or something, that is where my kids would go and read. They would not go to all my journals. So like, you know,
something digital is easier to access and it's,
and it's just like you can easily have pictures, which, you know, entertain people with the post or whatever.
Yes.
And so there's a hint for everyone because I feel like
and our YouTube videos from when we traveled, those are really cool things to have to look back on.
That your kids they're going to look back and say, oh, Mom, why'd you let me look like that? No, not they look.
Oh, Tyler has.
Back on.
Tyler said it before. He's
Pierce
like,
says that.
My haircut. I'm like, that's what you wanted.
No, that's what Pierce says. Why did you let me look like that? It's my fault. We're responsible for everything.
We all have those where we look back and we're like, whoa, what was I thinking?
I have those now.
Yeah.
When I look back, like on pictures from right now. Like
no, I'm like a year ago. I'm like, oh wow. Okay, I chose to wear that or
and I'm like, really? I'm like, well, maybe I need to come to terms with, I mean, if I look like that in a picture, that is what I really look like. Even though I see myself differently. But a picture tells the truth, right?
Yeah, but pictures, angles, lighting.
No, I know. You're right. A picture doesn't tell the truth because with all the filters nowadays, like, look, we even have filters on us here. And we were just talking about before we started, you cannot see our gray hair.
Yeah.
Coming in. You can't see our grayness, but yeah. Okay. So Planner Perfect has been your main. Well, we're going to go on. We'll have to do a whole nother, people really just want us to talk about life.
Yeah.
We can do a whole nother video just talking about life.
Well, my planning has been pretty simple. So we'll fill in stuff with life stuff.
So how do you feel about Planner Perfect then? Because now you're leaving it, you're saying. You have converted to a lot of digital. That's where we're going, right?
Yeah, I do. I love Planner Perfect. I hop around in how I plan. So I imagine I'd go back to it. I still would use them for journals if I'm not gonna, type up a journal entry. I could write it down. But I've never completely gone 100% digital, but I have this school year, I've slowly started doing a lot of things digitally because a lot of their classes are online, and I just figured out it was easier for me to keep track of their schoolwork and their school schedules just all on, I just use my iPad, and it just is really streamlined and functional. I know I really like following Jen McIntosh, and I see all her
she's great.
planner stuff and how she keeps track of all her homeschool stuff. So I do similar stuff to her, but it's all digital.
Hers is intense planning though, because she does like Charlotte Mason, like her own curriculum.
Yeah, I don't plan my own curriculum.
Yeah,
but I
that's
have tracked my boys' schooling more closely this year than I ever have, and was
Okay.
really detailed with their school schedules, just because my oldest Tyler is hoping that he gets to play college football, and so he has to be NCAA eligible, which means I had to make sure he gets all the core classes in that he needs to do. I have to be able to track that, have grades for it, to put together a transcript for him. So it really forced me to be way more organized than I have ever been in the 10 years we've homeschooled. And then I also did that for the other boys, because I'm like, if I'm doing it for one, I might as well do it for all of them. So if anyone else wants to go to college, it'll be really easy.
Although you
Everything
won't
will
have
be
to
nice
have
and
any of
neat.
those records till high school, but
Right.
yeah.
But then I was like, well, I might as well just track it.
You don't, we'll say you don't have to turn any of that stuff in like normally for the state of Utah.
No,
Right,
Utah's
it's
really
different.
nice. Yeah, I don't have to. I filled out an affidavit when we first moved here, and it gives them an exemption each school year. And so once I did it the first time, I get mailed a new exemption form at the beginning of every school year. And then Utah does allow dual enrollment, which is one of the reasons why we moved here.
That's how Tyler is playing high school football.
Yes. And if he wanted to take any other, like he does football and track, he did driver's ed through the school. And if he wanted to take any other classes, he could take as many as he wanted. And then he's just exempt from
That's nice.
everything else. So it is very, very nice. So everything is digital, but the only thing that hasn't been digital has been like my to-do list, like that type of planning.
Right.
I have used the iCalendar strictly for my schedule planning, more concentrated in the last few months. Like I don't do a fridge calendar anymore. All my kids have devices that they can pull up the calendar. I have calendars for all the boys, for me, for our family. They're all color coded, everyone. And then because things change quite often, Tyler's work schedule or his, football, now they're in basketball. And so it's really easy to just switch it on the iCalendar. It updates, everybody can,
yes,
on the updated calendar.
I love the iCal and use it too. So,
and Nat uses it, and it works really well because we're still a 1-car family and we have 3 drivers. And
that's intense.
that's how we keep track of who needs the car when, is strictly by the iCalendar. So I stopped writing things on a fridge calendar because I would have to like change it or add something new, and it was getting too time consuming.
Yeah.
Because all my kids can look at their device in the calendar, then I'm like, I'm just going straight up digital with that.
I understand. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
But I did a little research this week because I wanted to try a real digital planner on my iPad.
I haven't heard about this.
I know it just was recent, and I thought,
wait, I want to say we did not talk before this call. Like I had no idea what Molly was going to talk about. I mean, she did tell me how she was kind of going to digital planning, but we had not talked. So I don't even know what we were going to talk about.
And I was like, I need to be able to screen share, or this is going to be really boring because everything's going to be digital.
And it only took us 45 minutes to get your screen sharing working, right?
Yeah. So I did a little research on Google trying to figure out what the best digital planners were. I know there's a lot of free things, and then I know there's some paid for things. And I think the paid for things are, from what I could tell, are more streamlined. So they have like hyperlinks. So you can click on different things and it will take you straight to that certain page. Digital planning looks far more cost effective, especially for someone who bounces around in planners. I found an article and it mentioned this one on Etsy. And then I realized people who do digital planners, they offer usually in landscape mode or portrait.
Oh, okay.
And because of the case on my iPad, they're cool. So it works a lot like it feels like a computer. It has a keyboard.
Gotcha.
So it's usually, I'll pull it off to write on it, but it's always horizontal. And so when I look at something, it's going to be horizontal. So the first shop I went to, they offered, you had to either buy it in landscape or portrait. And I liked the portrait pages better. And she did her landscape differently. Like it wasn't exactly the same. And I asked questions back and forth to get really clear to make sure.
Okay.
So, but then I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to search on Etsy now. And I found one. It's called it's by Dash Planner.
I'm going to write this down so I can link it for everyone.
Her name is Dash Planner.
Dash Planner on Etsy.
On Etsy.
Okay.
And I got the 2022. I can send you the link to this exact one.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a 2022 digital planner set.
Okay.
So this one was really nice. I liked it because it was simple, black and white, not a lot of frills, just really clean and modern looking.
Okay.
So I thought for a digital planner, that's what I wanted. And it came with the option of horizontal, so landscape or portrait. It came with both. So you could download whichever one you wanted.
And all for one price.
All for one price.
How
it was $24.99. $24.99.
Wow. Yeah. So are you going to screen share and show this to us?
So I'm going to screen share and show you. It doesn't start until January, but I have, yesterday I tried a to-do list on one of the pages. So, and I spent actually a couple hours rearranging the pages so it flowed how I want to. So that's another thing with a digital planner. You can configure it however you want, but that takes a little bit of time.
Is this going to make me need to invest in a whole iPad, Apple Pencil, and change everything?
Maybe. I don't know. You're not a very digital person, but it is.
I know I have a lot of problems with digital things.
I will try it out and let you know, but I will say I just got the new iPad Pro and the new Apple Pencil with the keyboard case this year. That's like a tangent on how I got reimbursed for that. But it was like my teacher gift to me that I didn't really have to pay for.
That's awesome.
And I love it. That's kind of why I've gone more digital.
Because you got that, it spurred you.
It spurred me and it's so convenient. Okay, so now I'm going to screen share.
Now, I just need to get a whole Apple iPad Pro pencil. I need it, right?
Yes, of course you do.
I'm kind of feeling it. You're already making
it. This will be a whole nother thing for your planner channel. Your planner people might want to see all this.
I need it.
You just need to get Apple to sponsor you.
Right. Okay.
So the $24.99 comes with the two different types, portrait and landscape. It comes with a sticker pack, which I have not figured out how to use.
Okay.
And I didn't actually put that on Matt's computer, so we can't look at the sticker
pack.
But and I only have the landscape because that's the one I'm using.
Right.
It comes with different color covers too. But this is the one I chose, just really simple.
But what does the cover really matter? Because you're not going to look at it that much.
It doesn't matter, but you can switch it out if you want to.
But just like I say, the cover on a planner doesn't matter that much, even though we love them and covers sell planners. But when do you ever see your cover?
You don't.
Like literally, that's what I say. I try to think about what the edge of my planner looks like. That's all I see, like the edge of my golden coil on the constant. You know? Okay, show us.
Okay, so that's the cover of it. Then this is kind of all the different types of pages that come with it.
That's a lot for
It
24.
comes with a lot, and I will not utilize all of them. They're there if
Yeah.
I want to. But I don't.
That's literally like 5 planners in one, if you
So
think about it.
I feel like this planner that I found, you get a lot of bang for your buck. For $25, you get so many things.
Like if you wanted a financial planner, oh, I'm pointing, but I can't. If you wanted
Yeah.
a financial planner, like it's there. If you want, you know, a whole
Yeah.
like reading list, reading journal, TV list, like,
Yeah.
oh my
It's
goodness,
all right there.
whole
So
health planner. Okay.
in researching about digital planners, you do need an app that will read PDFs and allow you to write on it. So this is Good Notes. So you
Oh,
load
okay.
it in to Good Notes. That's where I keep track of a lot of the boys' school stuff. It's like $7.99. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's worth every penny. There's also something called Notability that I've used,
Oh, yeah, I've
but
heard of
by
that.
far, Good Notes is my
You
favorite.
like Good Notes
I
better.
love Good Notes.
Okay.
But you will have to, if you don't already have that, we already had that. You
Okay.
will, that's an additional
So
cost.
wait, I just said, oh, this could be so cheap. And then I'm like, but you need to buy an iPad Pro. You need to buy an Apple Pencil. And
Yes, if you
then
don't already have something to,
add on Good Notes, but that doesn't even matter once you spend the other money. Okay.
right. So if you don't have an iPad, this would be the most expensive planner you will ever buy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of showing you all the things that come with it. Um, then you get your 2022 calendar. You can see all the different months. I've kind of left these things because I don't know if I'm gonna what I'll use and if I'll use them
Well, I
all.
was just thinking, oh my goodness, the versatility of this, because like you could fill all that in right
Oh
there
yeah,
and
yeah,
then be like, oh, I don't even want to use that for this and just
yeah.
erase it all.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, racing thing. You can clear a whole page at one time, or you can just erase certain things you've written.
okay.
You can, if I fill this out and I'm like, well, I don't want it at the very beginning. I want it, midway through the year. So then I see it again
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. You can move pages around really. Like I say, it is easy. It just takes time if you're doing it at the beginning. Cause I did move a few things around. So this is my to-do list. You guys can see exactly what I needed to do yesterday and today. I'm playing around with colors because you can change. You
I
have
just
this
don't know.
whole.
I don't think I could ever go digital on a to-do list, even if
I don't know if I'm going to. I'm just I want to try out strictly all digital so I can see
yeah.
what works, what doesn't. And so until January, I don't even know if I'll utilize this
Gotcha.
because I use everything in my iCalendar.
Yeah.
But they have like this January overview, if that's your thing.
Yeah.
I might try it out just to see if I like it. You have trackers, lots of different types of trackers. So you could be tracking multiple things.
I don't see myself ever using like a tracker in here because I just don't see myself going to it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
like
I'll use a tracker.
for that.
So they have a weekly and then daily. That's
So
what I
we have
was
both.
rearranging yesterday. I was rearranging to have the week and then all the days, all the daily pages of that week follow it.
Okay.
And so that's what I really wanted it for, to see if I will actually.
So you could choose just on any given week to just use the week or just use the days or whatever. So it's like you get a weekly and a daily planner in one.
Yes. And the way it was set up, it had all the weeks and then all the days. And so I had to copy and paste pages where I wanted it. And so that's what I'm going to be
So
trying.
you put all the days after the weeks.
Yes. So I would put 1 week and then all the days for that week.
Was
And
that
then
hard to move?
it wasn't hard. Like it's the nice thing about this planner gal on the digital planner on Etsy is that when you click the link to go download your planner, she has like tutorials on,
Wow.
she talks about good notes and notability. If you have good notes, how it runs, if you have notability, how it works. It's really well done and put
Wow.
together. And so it's not hard. It just took time to move the pages around.
I can see lots of people going to this Dash planner shop on Etsy now and starting to check her out.
I didn't look at really any of her other stuff because I was just honed in on what I was looking for. So I don't know what other things she offers, but I've been really impressed so far with.
So she probably had a vertical weekly too, or no? Or does she only have this?
She has. So this download comes with vertical and horizontal.
Wow. Okay.
So you can pick which one you want, which I thought was really nice.
Yeah, it's amazing that this download comes with like everything. You're not having to buy like every separate download.
So this is on my husband's computer, but if you open it up in GoodNotes, like these boxes right here that say overview, preview, and review, all these little icons, if you click on them, they're hyperlinks and they take you to right where you want to go. And there is a way to bookmark pages in GoodNotes. So you can just bookmark the day you're on or the week you're on. So when you pull it up in your GoodNotes, it's easy to find.
So you're a lot better with digital things than me. I can see myself going, like just like I am on the computer sometimes saying this isn't working.
So I'm gonna try this out. I have no idea how I'm gonna like it. I did like the fact that it was only $25. So if I absolutely am like, this is not working.
No, I can't wait to see how you like it and hear from you. So wait, when you can write things on days, are you going to write them with a pen or type them in?
I think I'm going to write them with my Apple pen or pencil. Is it Apple
when you're writing in the day? But I saw you had Benny's birthday typed in. Did you?
Yeah, I wanted to try it out, but I like handwritten stuff.
And is it so easy? Like it's easier to handwrite because you just go like from page to page to page, like handwriting or something. Yeah. And with typing, you have to like click where you want to type, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I like the ease of use with the just writing.
Okay. Well, this was really a fun surprise.
Now I have to figure out where my other thing was.
Okay.
Hopefully if I click on this.
She couldn't screen share on her iPad, you guys. So she had to put this on her husband's computer to be able
to. Also, I consider this part of planning, how I planned out my boys' school year. I did it in numbers and I made spreadsheets. But then I did them, we can see right here. I did it.
Wait, what's numbers in?
Numbers is like Excel. It's just an Apple.
I only do
a Microsoft program. It's an Apple program. Okay. You make spreadsheets. So I went through, I did the whole first semester and mostly the second semester, but over Christmas break, I'm gonna have to go in and complete their second semester schedules. So I went with their school district calendar. It was just easy. Easier to do that since Tyler is doing sports at school and they have friends. And so I just give them the days off when public school gets days off. But I broke down their school schedule by 5 weeks at a time on one page. And then I put the actual dates, and I would put if there was like a school holiday, then it was noted by the dates, and then subjects, and then this is by week. So I'm trying to help them learn how to prioritize time without micromanaging. So I give them, this is what you need to do in a week. You get to choose how you space that out, how you want to do it. And then I do, for every Friday, I go in, I log into all the different programs they do their stuff at, and then I uploaded their school schedule to GoodNotes, because then it's a PDF and I can mark on it with my Apple pencil.
Oh, okay.
And I can check off things that they've done. I can highlight things that they still need to work on. And it's worked really well. And then they have this exact thing printed off on their clipboard in the school closet, so they can keep track of it separately from me.
Yeah. You are amazing.
And then
Homeschooling 3 boys is no small feat, especially as they get older.
no, so I figured out as they've gotten older, it's less me teaching them,
Yes.
but the prep work
Mhm.
that goes into building, like figuring out what classes they're going to take and building out a schedule is very time consuming. So the bulk of my time is like that late summer when I'm prepping for the school year.
Mhm.
It's actually easier throughout the school year since I'm not like teaching like little kids anymore.
Mhm.
But the prep work is way more intensive for me than anything I've done because I haven't done homeschool like quite like this before. Because also another thing that I decided to do recently is try Trello. And I know you introduced me to Trello like in 2019. And I created an account and then I did nothing with it.
So I will say I've used Trello off and on. I'm not using it right now. And I do have a whole video on my channel about when I was using it, like when I was intensely using it.
Okay.
And so I will link that video down here for anyone who's interested, my Trello video. Okay.
So Trello is free and you get so many different boards and they do have paid versions. So I'm going to see how much I use it if I feel like I need more than they allow. But right now, this is just the free version.
Yeah,
And
I
feel
only
like
have the free version
you can
too.
do a lot of stuff with the free version. So what I did, because Tyler, I need to be able to create a high school transcript for him.
Yes.
I needed a way to really keep track of the classes he's done in high school so far, the grades that he's making. It'll just be easier to fill out stuff for his transcript. So I created a board called Homeschool. And I do have a little public school thing here so I can keep track of what classes they've taken at public school.
Mm.
Then I have one for each of my boys. And this is what they are doing this school year. So like Tyler, I just started this. I wish I had actually started at the beginning of the school year because it would have been really nice. But like Tyler has Duolingo and that's what he's using for his foreign language class. But Duolingo does actually send me like weekly updates via email and it'll show like how many days Tyler did it and how many hours. I mean, or minutes, he did that whole week. Because he's supposed to do a certain amount. And now that I'm actually legit tracking it, whatever he doesn't actually get done, I'll be able to see. And then he owes me that in the summer. Because I told him I won't say he completed a class that he doesn't actually complete.
Yeah.
So the nice thing with this is that like week 16, and also I could put a description because I'm going to need that for building out the high school transcript. He did like 0 minutes week 16, but I can check stuff off and then it actually shows you percentage. I really liked that. And so so that's why you see 3 Duolingos right there.
Okay.
And then Nick, same with Nitro Type, is just his, typing.
Different weeks.
And Benny's entrepreneurship class that he's doing with Matt. But like, I can click in Write Shop for Ben, and you can see that he's 71% through all his lessons for the whole year.
Wow.
For his school year.
I don't know how you get the links on here for these.
Well, what do you mean links?
To like, you're going directly to Write Shop or something.
No, that's just because I'm crazy, I spent like one whole day literally on Trello. So hours.
So you custom made that percentage thing check off thing.
Oh, no, that's the thing. You can make a list. in your
Oh,
Trello.
that's
You
a
could do
list
that.
under Trello. Okay.
I
I didn't know it could show
imported,
you the percentage and everything.
yeah. I imported
Wow.
pictures because I like to visually see. You don't have to have pictures on it at all.
Well,
But no, you
I know
just,
because there are no pictures on my Trello.
it's a list function. So for Tyler actually just completed algebra 1. So he is going to start algebra 2 and complete that this year too. So I have his test and
Yes,
then I
you
have a
do put
lesson.
okay. I thought this was like linked to their website, which
No.
I should know because we do teaching textbooks and I'm like, I don't know anything about this. No, I mean, I know how to go into it on my computer and see where we are, but okay. So people could tell from this, people might think that I'm a type A personality, but I'm not really. I'm not a type A. I'm not a type A at all. And Molly is a much more type A personality than me.
I
So
don't always
I'm really not.
function as a type A, like and everything, but if I want to get something organized and feel, yeah, like I can type A 100%. This is very detailed. But the nice thing is so you can move these things around really easily and put them on a different board. So I also created a board.
And if you guys want to see a more simple Trello in like daily and weekly planning, that's what's in my Trello video.
Now I gotta figure out how to get back to my.
Yours is like the hyped up Trello.
How do I?
You said it took you 1 day to figure this out. It'd probably take me 1 month.
Well, I watched. I'm trying to figure out how to get back to my boards. I'll just push to the back arrow. No.
I don't, you know how you only know how to navigate yours and yours looks so different from mine and I haven't used mine in a while. So I'm no help here.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Okay.
So then I created boards for each of my boys. So when they complete something, I move it to that board. And I'm type A, so I custom made their boards look cool for them.
Okay.
I can put a picture in the background.
Yes.
Of the child, and then Tyler likes football. So this column will be his 10th grade year and all the things he completes. Like he just finished algebra 1. So I moved that over there and then you can see he's.
Well, I think that's really motivational for them.
Yeah.
I think that's really motivational.
So each.
Can you be my mom?
Each boy will have their own board. Like Benny, these are his drawings.
I love that.
I took his drawings and did that for him. And then Nicholas, he likes to read. So
aww, I love it.
So far that's what I'm using Trello for. I made a recipe board. I might move my recipes that I use all the time on here.
Okay.
But that's pretty much what
I never thought about putting recipes on here.
Well, you have recipes in Evernote, but Evernote, because I keep so much stuff on there, is I pay for it monthly. And I'm thinking if I could move a lot of stuff over to Trello and then maybe just pay for Trello because it can do more of what I want for, homeschool.
I love it. Wow. That's awesome.
That is,
that's awesome.
That's going to be my digital planning setup. Yeah. And we'll see how I like it.
Yeah. No, I might have to think about doing something like the Trello board for Liam in high school when he gets to high school, just because it might be like something really visual, to look at when you finish things and everything. That's awesome. So I cannot wait to hear how this digital planning goes.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Trello, I'll stay with, and my.
I'm not saying that as in like I think you're going to quit, because I actually think you're going to be really good at it.
The homeschool stuff I will continue. I've already started using it. That will be a continual thing.
Yeah.
The Etsy digital planner, I'm really interested to see how I like it too, because I've never done digital that way.
My question with that is, because you don't always have your iPad with you. Can that digital planner can it go on your phone? So to tell people Trello, you can just sign in on your phone too.
Right.
So, but you can do either one, but can the digital planner go? You don't know that yet.
I
Like,
will
so
look
if you
up
wanted to look up your daily list, but you don't want to carry your iPad around with you, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't know if let's see, I'm gonna download the Good Notes app on my phone
Okay.
and we'll be able to tell.
Well, I will say one of my favorite digital things that I still use. So I'm not in Trello right now,
Okay.
but I have been off and on. But for my needs right now, it just,
Yeah.
is Google Keep.
Okay.
So Google Keep is just, I mean, you can journal in it, you can make a million lists in it, you can color them.
I've never used Google Keep before.
I can't show mine right now because it has like some things in it that maybe I can't even hold it up to the screen because
Right.
it might show something I shouldn't show.
Right.
So, and also you can share it with someone. So like two people in your family, I know you can do this in notes too. So I use my notes app though for everything for my channel. So it gets really jumbled up with like pre-written posts I have every company in my notes app that I have a discount code for, and it's all organized like that. I have every hashtag group in there. So my notes app, I told Pierce that's why I have trouble using it for something else because I feel like it's so jumbled with my channel stuff. Like
Okay.
I would need to figure out how to I don't know how to separate completely, but so I started using Google Keep for all personal since my notes app is like all channel on my phone.
Okay.
And I just love Google Keep. Love it. Like anytime I'm not near my list, I can keep a list on my phone and make like constant lists, even just things I need to like a Sprouts list can be on there. And then I check it when I'm going to the store with like my paper list and like a Target list can be on there. Just a to-do list when I'm not near my to-do list and then I can consult it. But they're in all these little boxes and you can color each box. And I like that. And you
I'll
can
have
either
to
make
look it up.
a check off, like a
Mhm.
tick off. So you tick
Yeah.
and it goes down, so,
Yeah.
or you can make it like a journal where there's no tick off, like you just write in it and you can share
Okay.
it with anyone in your family who has Google Keep who you want. So
Okay.
let's say you want to share a list with someone. You don't have to share your whole Google Keep. You just share
Right.
that one list. It can be a shared list.
I'll have
So
to look at Google
I'm
Keep.
surprised that I actually use a digital thing that you haven't used. But the Google Keep is actually in my video about Trello too, because I found it and utilized it about the same time. No, I think I think it's in that video because I used to use another list app, but they like changed it and I didn't like it as much. And then I can't remember. I think Pierce was the one who told me about Google Keep and introduced me to it. And then I was like, I love this thing. It's just so user friendly and easy.
Yeah.
So Trello isn't so much like a list and check off to-do list,
It's more of a project kind of board
Yes,
thing.
it's like a project organizing. Yeah. And so if you want to check off things on Trello, it's harder. Like
Yeah.
you have to archive
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. I wouldn't use Trello as a,
Well, I was using it as like a weekly list and I liked it because you could do your days like Monday through Sunday across.
yeah.
And then you just put stuff where you think it's going to go. But Trello, it's easy to move it.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't get done Monday, you move it to Tuesday.
It's really easy to,
Wednesday,
yes.
move it.
Yeah.
But if you're using it that way, there's lots of things I would want them to change about Trello. And that's why I didn't stick with it. Because I would want it easier where if you check it off, you just like push one thing and it's like, boom, like a check off, like Google Keep. And also, you know how it's kind of harder to go in and color code in there, but I would want to color code like anything like out of the house was like red and like channel work was purple.
Yeah.
And then like housework was, I don't know, something and kitchen work was blue or something.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me to batch too, because I could grab like all my like kitchen prep work or something and put it like just grab all the blues. Now you're making me want to go back and look at Trello. But I mean, I remember the reason why I got out of it,
Yeah.
because of the issues that for what I wanted it for. It works way better for like what you want for like a project board.
Yeah. Or if you
planning.
work for a company or you own a business and you have a lot of project stuff going on and you want to collaborate, it's a really great.
Yeah, because you can collaborate too.
So yeah, it works for, I watched YouTube videos because I thought, well, maybe I can do the homeschool stuff for the boys and also do like weekly things. I looked into that, but I'm like you, I didn't like how it would work for that. And so I wish there was like a one-stop shop that did everything.
I know, like I love Google
I
Keep
know
for
it.
so much, but you can't see, you just can see lots of different lists and you can move
Mhm.
them around. You can pin ones to the top.
Okay.
There's a lot you can do. And I like that you can color code your list, but you know, it's not like see your week like Trello like this, but then
Right.
Trello. And I loved how you can move all the stuff every,
Yeah, I
because so many
know.
times you don't get stuff done on one day and you're like,
You
move it,
move the
move
next
it. And then
day.
you look at your whole week and see how much is on each day. And it was
Mhm.
just, I loved that part of it. Oh, I want to get on and play with it now. Okay. So thank you, Molly, for sharing. I am not going to share my 2022 stack or anything here because I'm going to do a 2022 stack video coming in January. That is going to be, when is it going to be? Well, after this video, so people are going to watch this on December 21st. And then
Okay.
next week, then we're going to have Christmas. So Merry
Yay.
Christmas to all
How
those
is it
who
almost
celebrate. Huh?
Christmas? When I was doing homeschool stuff today, I was like, oh my gosh, next week is the last week before Christmas break. Like, how did that happen?
No, it's, I swear, I feel like even though Pierce is gone and I miss him so much, but these months fly by. Like November and December, just like they fly.
I have a lot to do for homeschool before January.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So then the next week after Christmas, December 28th, we're going to have the Oprah planner.
Oh, Oprah came out with a planner?
Yes, she did. And I bought it.
You know what? I
Share.
love Oprah.
Well, you're going to have to watch about the Oprah planner and see what
I
you
don't,
think.
well, that's dangerous because
No, you wouldn't. It's not, I would not say it's an
okay.
agenda planner. I could never
Okay.
plan my agenda in it.
Okay.
It's really more of a health well-being. I can see you
Okay.
liking it for that. Like instead of a goal planner, you buy this
Mhm.
and it is
Okay.
all about like her like 12 key things that she thinks are the most important and you focus on one per month, like
Mhm.
integrity, connection, I think
Okay.
like refreshment. I can't say.
When do you come out with that video?
December 28th. And her planner is only $25.
Did you get on Amazon?
No, you have to buy
Okay.
it from her site. So then you have, I did have to pay like $6.99 shipping, I think.
I'll
Or
have to,
$5.99 shipping.
I'm looking forward to that video because
And
I
it's
just read a
really
book by Oprah.
colorful. Oh, what book?
Well, it's co-authored. Let me tell you who else it's by. I listen to it. When I say read, I use read. It interchanges between
Mhm.
actual reading and
Me too.
Audible books. Um, it is called What Happened to You. I think I
Oh
texted
yeah,
you
you have to, you did text me
by
about that. And
Oprah
I looked at
Winfrey and Bruce D. Perry. And I think it was phenomenal. I think everybody would benefit from reading it. It talks about trauma, but it's in a very like layman's terms, really easy to understand. And like there's a lot of I had a lot of like different aha moments. Um
who reads
I
it? Does Oprah read it?
both authors read it and so you hear it like a conversation between the two.
Oh,
It's actually
oh.
a really nice book to listen to.
Well, I would want to listen to it for sure then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to it in 2 days because
Wow.
I really loved it. So anytime I could pop my earbuds in, folding laundry, doing house chores, whatever,
I
I
wish we
would.
could share Audible books that we buy.
I thought there was a way to do
Remember
that.
how we tried to figure that out one time?
I thought you could share one book at a time, but
We
I was,
never figured it out. If anybody knows how, because we buy so many Audible books, and I think it's only fair if you get to share a book once.
mhm.
So like with your purchase, you could, I mean, of course, we purchased like the highest Audible plan because
So
Liam reads like 1,000,000 books by Audible.
it has a share function.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's just sharing a link to the book you like.
it probably is.
I'm going to share it with you right
Okay.
now.
I
And
bet it
then
won't let me read it.
I don't know if it will.
And you know what? I always tried to get one of the free library apps to get books for free,
Mhm.
but I never made any of them work. One of them, they're not hooked to our library here. Like I remember Libby and something else. Anyway, and then I tried this other app that doesn't have to be hooked to your library, but it's supposed to be cheaper, like Squibbed or something. I
Mhm.
can't remember it right. But they didn't even have like most of the books that we wanted. Like, so we've just stayed with Audible and we just pay the highest yearly fee. And I think
Okay.
Liam listens to more books than I do. Okay, you sent it to me. I
What
see.
is it? How does it come
Let
up?
me see. Let me see. I'm clicking on it. This is very exciting, right, y'all? For the audience. No, see, it says then it wants me to start an Audible account.
Oh,
Like, you know how you can choose your first book
yeah.
for free on Audible, and then they're saying
Mhm.
sign up, but I mean, I already have an Audible account. Okay, I'll try to look at it when we're off.
Okay.
Okay, so after the Oprah planner on December 28th, which I think a lot of people, it's really has beautiful nature photographs in it. So it's very appealing to me. And
Okay.
I see it as a journal and like a goal wellness planner. So if you wanted to work on more like the core important elements in our lives, like I do agree with most of the things she picked that are important. And of
Okay.
course, they're important to you for a different reason than Oprah. And you can work
Right.
on different things with them because like your connection will have different goals with it for that month than like
Yeah.
Oprah would think what does she need to do for connection, you know?
Right.
But I think it's a horizontal layout and it's not a layout that I could ever plan an agenda in. So it's more
Okay.
like a journal, wellness,
Okay.
wholeness like planner. And then my 2022 stack will be up on January the 4th. And
Okay.
so I also think in that same video, because I'm not doing a separate January planner perfect setup video because I don't have room, I will put it in kind of with that video, just show how I set up my January planner perfect, but it will be my whole 2022 stack. And that's where I share all my journals, like anything and everything I could use for the whole
Yeah.
year is in that video. So those are the next few videos, y'all. And if you love this conversation and you want us to have more conversations, like if you just want us to get together and talk, let us know because that's so interesting, right? I think
Yeah.
it's really interesting to us.
It's easy to do.
I know. Couldn't everybody just like that? I mean, y'all don't want any more planner reviews, right? You just want me to talk to Molly every week. Okay. Well, thank you, Molly, for joining me. I mean, I love it. I can't wait to see what happens. You might have to give us an Instagram update before, like, if we don't fit in an update, we'll see. We'll see if you can fit in an update at the end of Q1, depending on
Okay.
what you're doing and like what my channel schedule is. And if we
Yeah.
can't fit her in at the end of Q1, because I think everybody's going to want to know how your digital planning's going. Like,
If I'm still doing it or not.
yeah, well, like, and how did you like it? And if,
Yeah.
what did you like about it? What didn't you like about it?
Yeah.
Kind of like we hit roadblocks with Trello, like it doesn't work for our weekly lists like we would want, So if we can fit you in and it fits with your schedule, we'll do it at the end of Q1. And if
Okay.
not, then maybe we'll just have to do a little update on Instagram or something.
Okay.
I feel like people want to know before mid-year, before like
Yeah.
June. I can't even think ahead to June. That's crazy. That
But
people
I think that will be here before we know it.
Well, 2022 is going to be my hardest year because that's called Pierce's blackout year. That's what the missionaries call their blackout year.
What does that
And
mean?
they're gone for the whole entire year. So
Uh,
he left in October of 2021.
okay.
And so he's only gone the end of 2021. Then he will be
Right.
gone the whole of 2022. And then
Right.
he will come home at the end of 2023.
Right.
So even though it's the very end of 2023, it's still like once you enter 2023, then
Yeah.
you're into the year that you're coming
Right.
home.
And in 2023, he'll be home for all the holidays.
I know, except
Which,
for not his birthday, but
wait,
yes.
okay. So blackout year.
Yeah, it's his blackout year. I didn't know that name. I mean, to me, I had a thought for me, I was like, that's the big full year that he's gone the
Mhm.
whole year. And I already felt a lot of heavy dread on myself from it. And then he
Mhm.
told me in a phone call, we weren't even talking about that because I try to only talk about, be more
Right.
uplifting with him. If he wants to vent, that's fine. But I try not to say
Yeah.
anything to bring him down. And he said, do you know what you call this whole year? And I wanted to be like, yes, like depressing, terrible, sad, it's like so long. And he said, no, we call it our blackout year. I didn't say all those things to Pierce, but, and I was like, oh, it seems daunting to him too at this point. So
Yeah.
anyway,
One day at a time.
exactly. It but it's hard because you do think of it in a year scope when you're a planner, especially.
Yes,
You think
yeah.
like, oh, this whole year. And see, the weird thing is leading up to 2022, I always thought I love the number 2022. I just thought it sounded cool. I'm like, oh, that's going to be a good year because that's like 2022. That's
Yeah.
just, but then when it came up to it, then I didn't even realize until right about when he was leaving that I was like, wait, this is the whole year that he will be gone. I'm like, this cannot be the cool year.
Yeah.
Although I'm trying to keep up Pete, but it's still going to probably be the hardest year of my life. So, okay. All right. Yes, that's all I can talk about is Pierce being gone. Okay. My child hasn't even been gone 2 full months yet. And yes, that's all I can talk about. Okay. And he's right up there by Molly, but
Yes. I don't know where though,
him.
but he's up here somewhere.
Yes. Yes. Well, you do know what city he's in, but he's not supposed to share his address.
But we're experiencing the same weather at the same time. So
yes. So whenever I love it, because I mean, I do look at the weather app, but Molly can then tell me like, oh, it's, you know,
we got snow.
they got their first snow of the season, right? It's kind of late for y'all, right?
Yeah, it's been pretty mild so far, which I'm not complaining about, but there's snow in the mountains now, so people can go skiing and snowboarding.
And that's good for your boys.
Yes, because 2 of them are going to get season ski passes with their dad, and I'm not a skier. And my middle son doesn't like it, so we're opting out of that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so one question before we go then. How long have y'all lived there? Because I can't even remember.
Mid-January will be 3 years.
I didn't think it'd been that long.
Yeah, wow. I know, it's crazy.
They are now Utahns. Is that what you call it?
No, I'm Texan still.
Okay, but that's what
I'll never be a Ute. Yeah, right? I think so.
That sounds weird.
I'll never consider myself a Utah.
Okay. No offense to anyone from Utah, because I know there's people on here.
I will always consider myself Texan. And we'll for sure be here through Tyler, our oldest, high school.
Right.
And then I always said we'll reevaluate after that.
Right.
My dream would be to have a mountain home and a beach house.
That would be my dream for you too. So I could come visit you in both places.
So
I am fully on board for your dream.
We're renting the house we're in right now. And so I just really want to stay in this house until Tyler's done with high school because it's very convenient. We're very close to where he
and you want him to stay in that high school because it's
so to stay in this high school. It has a great sport. They have great sports programs and the football program, especially. They have great coaches and I like how they run things. So
yeah,
I'm hoping that we can stay in the same house. You know, it's not ideal to rent, but
yeah,
there's not really anything to buy right now either.
The market is expensive.
Hard to find. Yeah, it's expensive and it's hard to find things. So yeah, that's my hopes that we'll be here.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Molly and I will sign off, although we will probably talk to each other for just a little bit longer after we stop the recording. All right. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and happy planning. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Yeah.
And we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.